Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 20. Yes, I said 20. That's crazy. Of the AfterLife Podcast. Man, we got some good-looking people on today. I feel like we're kind of starting to create a stereotype on AfterLife where all the members are blonde, have blue eyes. You know, I don't know if I'm fully for that, but you know, we have Skunk
watch
on.
Out. Yo, what's up?
But Skunk's just covering up. He has a hat on, glasses. It's like he's trying to be undercover or something.
I did. I went to the bank today and I had the mask on. I had this going. I was like ready. I was like, I'm going to charge in there with my grandma. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's a perfect cover-up. Like, I'm going to grandma. Oh, me and grandma are going to the bank.
Call the grandma. I was going to go rob her house. Go.
And then we also have the lovely host of the AfterLife Recap, Ron Burgundy, also better known as
Burgundy.
Yep. Wintertooth 100.
That's right. The voice of this narration right now is Wintertooth 100. If I look this way, it's because I'm looking at my co-hosts, not because I'm ignoring you guys.
You're ignoring us. It's okay. I understand. You're like, don't want to look at them.
I'm gonna ignore.
Don't you know? You gotta stop ignoring us. You know, we're majestic creatures. Okay.
Man, we got like everything today. You got water. You had coffee. We have Winter over here drinking some Red Bull. We got Coke here.
I don't drink water.
I drank my coffee beforehand, and then now I got my water. You know, because it's more professional to have water.
Is it though?
I think so. I think it's more of like a professional thing. But yeah.
And we're gonna have to start blurring out all the cans and be like, nope, they gotta sponsor us first.
They gotta sponsor us. Hey, isn't there something you gotta do?
Coca-Cola should be sponsoring us because we do have a polar bear on the server.
We do. However, he's not living in the ice cap, so I don't really understand what's happening here.
I'm just gonna put a giant banner of the Coca-Cola symbol on my base and then just spam them on Twitter.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, we can say thank you, Coke Gaming. You like the Twitch ads? But more importantly, we're available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, links in the description down below, and we're also available on YouTube. That way you can see our beautiful faces. There are links to our Discord and all the wonderful members, or if you would rather just type it, it is tiny.cc/ALDiscord and streaminglinks.com/AfterLifeSMP, which also has links to all the AfterLife social media members too. But we have one more thing. We have to advertise our brand new thing called the podcast suggestions, where people can suggest topics or questions via the comment section of the podcast or in our Discord. And one of them that we're going to start with is from JustinL. If there were one thing you could add or remove from Minecraft, what would it be and why? So I feel like this is a perfect topic for Winter because like last podcast, we were kind of negative towards Minecraft, and Winter was like, man, you guys are just like pummeling this game.
We bashed it, but we
negative Nancy's over here.
Well, I don't think I was as negative, but maybe Skunk.
I killed it. I was like,
I'm with you. That's when I was streaming last year. That I would be negative all the time, just because you're playing 24/7 pretty much, and it reaches a point where you've used everything, and you're like, why can't we just have more?
Yeah.
But you got to remember, Minecraft is the ultimate sandbox game. It's meant to, like, if they put quests in it, they're no longer a game, and that's sort of their catch-22. Like they can do anything, but if they do anything, it ruins what they are. Which really sucks, by the way. They should add quests and stuff.
No, they should add, come on. Like, because you could have a sandbox game, you can have all the building elements and everything, but you can also have like all this side stuff if you want to go do it. That's the other thing too. There should be more of a purpose for you to go do it. That was my whole point in saying that. Is like there should be more of a purpose in going to the big mansions, going to the other stuff. But you know what can I say? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, they've really been stepping it up lately, though. I mean, it started off with them being like, it was just a pure sandbox. Then they added the mansions, which you guys talked about. And that was kind of a big leap for them, I think. They really broke the mold to add something like that in the overworld that you could actually go out and find. And even their villagers are semi-incorporated with that, where they'll sell you maps to find them. Like
Mhm.
that's the closest thing we have to a quest, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or the ships, the sunken ships, or finding the treasure for that are on wherever. So that's the
Yeah, so
closest
there's
we
like little
got.
things. Right. There's like little things.
That those are the things I like. When they added the ships, they
Mhm.
now changed it where you could, in theory, instead of starting a new world, punching a tree, and going mining to find diamonds, you could say, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna punch a tree, make a buck, and I'm gonna be the richest guy on the server now by being a treasure hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I did that for a series where I'm like, I'm gonna try to avoid mining under a certain. I had no problems finding diamonds. I just got them all from my ship. It was awesome.
Hmm.
And I'm excited for the Nether update because they've done it again. I've in my head I call it the Netherborn challenge, where you would in theory start a brand new world
Mm-hmm.
and through commands set it up so you can respawn in the Nether with a respawn
Yeah.
anchor, have to fill, and then start a survival series from the Nether. And you have to work your way out of the Nether. It is now possible. You can make stone tools. You can
Mhm.
get all the obsidian. You can find your flint and steel in the fortresses. You can actually fight your way through the Nether from the
Yep.
beginning of the game and get
Yep.
out. And that's awesome.
I was kind of thinking, I was like, what if? Because I know a lot of people are asking this. Why don't they just have like an option? They just if you want to start in the Nether, start in wherever. And I think that'd be thick if you wanted to do it like reverse roll or whatever. Kind of cool.
That'd be awesome.
So
So to answer the question, which I know, that's the sort of thing I would like to see more of in the game, is things that don't seem inherently but can completely change how you play the game totally.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
when the Nether update came out, I never thought about maybe I should start a survival series where I only start in the Nether and try to get. Never would have thought of that before this update.
Because you
'cause
really
I don't think it
couldn't.
was possible.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can.
like
So
I think
now
you
you
would.
can.
I think it is a little possible, but it requires a ton of luck. Getting really lucky with the loot tables to find your obsidian and flint and steel.
Right.
But at that point, you're the only armor you're getting is nothing. I don't think you
Mhm.
can get. Maybe you can get it from skeletons, pure skeletons, and you can find golden swords.
Gold armor,
I think
baby.
that's the only way you could do it before.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
you can mine the netherite gold or whatever it is, gold.
Well, that didn't exist before, though.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
There's no netherite. There's no gold.
Oh, we're talking about before.
Yeah, before, like, to do it before was next to impossible. Like
Well, yeah, it was.
Yeah, you
there's,
wouldn't
like,
be
no
able
way.
to really.
the only food source was to risk fighting the pigmen and getting rotten flesh. Like it was a nightmare. Like there's this in the Nether now, and I don't know if you guys fought them. Those guys hit
they're
hard.
powerful.
Yeah.
They're really mean.
They are mean. They are.
I do not like fighting them. You gotta be full diamond when you fight those guys.
Oh yeah.
Yep, watch Hytale lose like 6 hearts one time just from one hit. I'm like, yep, those things look like they hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Real mean. So what about you guys? What would you guys add or not remove? I'm gonna take that out of the question right now. No removing.
Oh, I feel like removing is counterintuitive. Like, why would we want to remove something? Like, maybe if we wanted to be like, oh, let's remove phantoms from the game, then yeah, I could see that because they're a nuisance. But like,
wait, the community voted for them.
Yeah.
Yep. Yet now every day it's like, oh god, why?
It's like I was looking at the video of something making fun of that, and it's like, don't let the community vote for stuff. Just add the stuff into the game. You know what I mean? Because like there were the other 3 options that we could have voted for seems so much cooler than Phantoms, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because if we would have known that was an Aqua update, because I think before they put out the vote or whatever, they said, hey, this is the 3, before the major update comes out. We didn't know what the next update was going to be. If we did know, we probably would have voted for that giant squid thing that would like grab you and pull you underwater. That seems so much more cooler to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's a good. That didn't even click in my brain. They did have an Aqua guy before the update.
Yeah, it's like, why don't you just add that? You know what I mean? And then they had like this cool blaze thing that had like shields on it and everything. I'd be like, why aren't we getting
the
that
Blaze
with another
King?
Update? The Blaze, whatever. Yeah, the Blaze. Was that what it's called? The Blaze King?
Probably not.
I don't know. System Z did a video on it when he took the model and it looked pretty cool. I would like that.
I'm like, these are mobs I would love. Like, okay, in my opinion, I think adding a hostile mob. I would rather have hostile mobs than, the other
Friendly passive ones,
friendly,
yeah.
because it's like they have more of a purpose, right? Automatically for being hostile, and then like they're just cool in general. You can do more stuff, like I don't know. That's just what I'd like to see. More hostile mobs. That's what I want. That's my answer to that question. There you go.
The aquatic one could have been our boss mob for the squid.
Yes.
The blaze one would have been the boss mob for blazes. And then following that line of thought, you could just make a boss mob of the hostile mobs. I guess if you're counting squid, some of the non-hostiles. Could you imagine the Cow King? Oh, yes.
Bro.
A big Diablo reference right there.
I mean, if we have like a piglin that was like a boss version instead for pigs. It's just like genetically modified pig right there.
Like the Captain Sparkle. You ever see that?
Yeah.
In the music video with the kids, like the thing or whatever. Oh,
so I mean, it would make more sense now since we're starting to get what are they called again? What are those black fortresses called? I don't remember what they're called anymore.
Bastions.
Yeah, since we're getting those now, like, it makes more sense. Like, there's dungeons in them. There's like gold stockpile rooms. Like,
those are cool, by the way. I really like those. Like, I really think those are interesting.
They added a new mob spawner for the magma cubes. I don't know why you would want to make a farm out of that, but
yes, let's make tons of strength potions. Is that what it is? Strength potions that you can make with it?
No, it's the fire resist.
Fire resist.
Who's gonna care about that?
But lore crafting. Aren't they fire resistant? The zombie versions of them? So if they're fire resistant and they have their own things that give the fire resist ability, are the pigs are they mad scientists?
I mean, if they're
I have no idea.
This is what I used to do that during my streams all the time. I just try to theory craft about the lore of the game. The game is more fun for me when there's a story behind it.
That's the thing. There's not. Well, one of the developers of Minecraft, like the main one. What's the girl's name? She's like
Maria.
The other one. Is that her name?
Maria Lemon, I think.
She's blonde hair. She's
always like. Isn't she the one right next to Jeb? Yeah. I think it's Maria.
Well, I was watching another video by her. She has a world that she's had since like since Minecraft came out. She's had it up until this date, and all she does is I thought it was really cool. She builds like kingdoms and she tells stories in it and all that stuff. That's what's awesome about Minecraft. It's like it's not really like they have to add the story. Like I feel like people would get really bummed out about that if they started adding like their own story element. If because I know a lot of people are saying like, oh, they should bring the the Minecraft dungeon stuff into this. That'd be cool, but that's a completely different game. You know what I mean? So like to have your own story in Minecraft, I think that's what really counts. I see a lot of people doing that. Like I know Draft has his own story going on, all that different stuff. So in his world,
so I'm sure you guys have seen Matt Pat's theory crafting of the Minecraft story. Let's say, look at you guys' faces. Maybe you haven't.
No, I haven't. It's been a bit.
But I like his version of it because it seems like a behind the curtain look at the story, which doesn't have an impact on the game, doesn't have an impact on other people's versions of the stories. It almost makes it feel like a foundational story built in, right. And then any story you make for your own worlds doesn't necessarily break the foundational story, which is really cool. Like how the Enderman came about, like
right. It just adds to the story, right? Is what you're saying?
Yeah, it's like so. Usually it's like if you have something with your Enderman, it's about the Enderman come from necessarily. Like, so, I don't know. I just thought it was really neat. It genuinely does seem like Mojang has some some lore inherently built in, because as they develop new mobs, when they develop new mobs, new places, it feels like it's an extension of what already brilliant that they do it that way. They maintain the perfect sandbox game, but there still feels like there's some thread tying it all together besides it just existing.
Yeah. I think that's why they got to be careful with the updates, because what they add, it really matters. That doesn't affect that part of the game too much. So, that's interesting. That's interesting to think about. Hey, did you say what you want to add it or not?
I don't know what I would want added, to I feel like there still needs to be that in-depthness that I don't know what could necessarily be, right? I guess I feel like they just need to give more purpose to things. Am I ever going to go to a sunken ship? Probably not, to be honest.
So is that what you want, more purpose?
I mean, I don't know if they can really that's. I feel like that's too broad of an answer though, because that could be well, I want more special loot from everything, or I want that to have a meaning for me to go there. So I don't I feel like it's too broad of an answer.
What did I say? I forget.
More hostile mobs, I think.
Yeah, more.
Oh, yeah. That's what I said. I don't even know. I forgot. Okay. That's kind of broad.
I want so much. I can't remember what I told you.
I have no idea. There's a lot I want, but get what you
We're just waiting.
Yeah, I've lost a lot of sleep thinking about how they could add purpose to things without changing what Minecraft is inherently. Because I hate to admit it, because I love quests. But I think as soon as you add quests, the game will start to feel like it has a real definitive end. Oh, I've done all the quests. And I think that's important to avoid something that makes the game truly feel like it's over.
You don't want to make it feel like it's over. And I think that's a lot of the reason why the building is so important, because that continues on forever. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, it's a genuinely endless thing. Maybe if they, I don't know, maybe they incorporate some sort of questing where it's, oh, you can't knock down spruce trees and get spruce wood until you found a sunken ship. There's nothing in the sunken ship. It's just being in the proximity unlocks the advancement for YouTube. For some reason, no, something along those lines, where the thing that is already infinite that you can do forever, kind of put it a little bit behind a small wall.
Unlock it.
You want to?
The Nether should be locked in some way. You know what I mean?
That would be cool.
Because
could you imagine? You can't use Blackstone until you've gone to a mansion.
Right.
Yeah. What's at the mansion? Nothing, unless you want to use Blackstone.
Yeah.
But maybe that's how you do it. Tie the infinite aspects to the very limited things, or at least you're required to visit them once.
Right.
But on the flip side, I suppose that could also be tedious. Every game you start, you're like, I have to go find a ship now.
Right. Well, that's kind of how Terraria is kind of played as well. Terraria, there's certain things, unless and their bosses mean a lot more too. Once let's say, for example, if you were to defeat the Wither, then the Ender Dragon unlocks, or something like that, or the end portal opens in your world somewhere. You know what I mean? That would add more purpose to other things. And in Terraria, once you defeat the Wall of Flesh, then hard mode unlocks, and there's a whole half of the game that unlocks. You know what I mean? So that's, more things like that could potentially be cool.
Speaking of unlocking, there are some mansions that will have a structure randomly generated made out of wool that looks like an end portal, like the illagers are trying to figure out how to get to the end. There's a chest on top of it. If they included inside that chest just a key, just a generic key that you open the portal, you put all the eyes in, but you also need the key to unlock it. They would all of a sudden make it so if you want to go to the end at all, you have to go to a mansion.
Right.
And not just one, because they randomly generate. Some of them don't have that structure.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, you just would hope that room doesn't burn down.
Well, Mojang, hire us. We got great ideas. We got great ideas over here. We I'll build you your structures. He can build you diagonal ones if you want. He can build you diagonal.
Yeah, I think they need some help with that still, but.
All right, Jay. What's your? You haven't said nothing yet.
What do you mean? I said make the game more in depth. I mean, we could argue combat system still needs to overhaul, right? We're still waiting on that, but that's now delayed because.
Have you been following the combat?
Yeah,
they do updates over there.
Well, no, now they put it on hold because they're working from home.
I had a ding-a-ling go off.
Changes to the food system, that would be neat. Making other foods useful or not as useless, right? Like, why do we have to stick to 3 foods or whatever?
Yeah, their current solution is put an achievement behind it, which I think is kind of lame. Like right now, like, what's the incentive to eat other foods? There's an achievement if you eat all the foods. I think that's it.
Is there an achievement for that?
Yep. Yeah. There's an achievement for eating every single one of the foods. That includes pufferfish.
You have to eat a puff.
Yep. You got to eat everything edible.
Sorry, pufferfish.
Yeah.
Rip.
Sorry, you're dead now.
Well, we'll all just get the achievement together one night, invite him over to the town hall. We'll get all of our achievements at the same time.
We'll start doing the chant, hoo-yah, ha-yah, hoo-yah, and then it just burst the river of fire.
Push him into the fountain.
You'd be done. Drown him. No. Okay, that's messed up. That's messed up.
Can you drown a fish? Can you drown a fish?
Can you drown?
You can, I believe, right?
If you go like that.
Depends on the fish.
You cover up its gills. There you go. That's all you gotta do. I'm telling you. I don't have any experience.
If you can hold on to a fish that long, more skillful than I.
Well, especially a puffing fish, okay? Now that. That'd be something. All right, next question. Let's move on here.
Question. Okay, next. We're not doing questions, but so I was curious, right? We have Winter on, so I figured we could get to know him a tiny bit more. And I was wondering what originally got Winter into streaming, and then what fully caused you to stop, or what made you realize this isn't for me anymore. Like, how long did you do streaming for, and all that?
That's a good question.
Well, I would like to start. Did you know I used to stream for 6 months every day, at least 5 hours a day? There are thousands of hours of content where you could get to know me better. You could just go watch it.
Okay.
Well, but why do that when I can get it from you now?
We have you here. Okay.
Well, in Minecraft you want, but here you don't want to earn it. I don't. Your logic's not following, my friend.
Well, we're able to see your beautiful face and watch your mouth.
We're demanding it. We're demanding it. Podcast is a place for people to know each other.
Yeah, last year, January, I started streaming. I started a little bit before that. Let's take it to the very beginning if we should. Mm-hmm. I streamed, I think, a total of 2 to 5 times. I'm a little shaky on the details on Twitch originally, and I was playing on another server with a good friend of mine, and he was the only one that would watch, and I hated it. So I was streaming like 2 or 3 hours at a time over there with literally, he owns his own business, so he would have his wireless headphones in and listen to the stream, but be working. So if I'm on the, playing in the game, I'm like, oh, should I do this? Should I? Nothing? Not even from the one guy watching right now? Nothing? Okay. So I quickly moved to YouTube, and YouTube was a explosive experience. I think I started streaming at 500-ish subs, 400 subs, and I quickly skyrocketed to 11 or 1200 over the months. And then as the summer months started to roll around, it slowed way down. I was noticing I was getting less subs per stream. And then eventually by the end of June, early July, even my view numbers just tanked. And so I attributed it to being just summer months at that point. People are outside, they're just having fun. And so I was like, I'm just going to summer months and come back again. And then I tried to come back again after the fact, and I just wasn't into it anymore. When I first started streaming, it was one of those, okay, guys, we're going to cut down a tree now. All right, we just cut down the tree. And then after about a month into it, I had this like monologue that I could do off the top really fast. Hey guys, welcome to another live show with Winter Tooth 100. Today we're gonna be going blah blah blah. And I was getting really into it.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I came back to it, I'm just like, I don't have that energy in me. I can't do this anymore. I'm tired.
Yeah.
So, like, guys, can't we just like relax and just play Minecraft? And then it became really apparent that people don't like that as much. I'm not really enjoying streaming anymore. People aren't responding to it as much. So I want to go back to making videos because that was my other problem with streaming was you can kind of have an idea like I'm going to work on, like with Skunk, I'm going to work on an airship today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. You get into stream, you talk with the chat, you're working on the airship. And you're like, I want to try to tell stories. And I found that I could not do that with a stream because you're interacting with an audience. There's no way to get submerged and to tell a story effectively. At least I couldn't. I'm sure there's probably some rare people out there who can do that, but I couldn't. And so I wanted to return to videos where I could actually craft stories through the videos. And like when it comes to if I'm going to sit in this office 12 hours a day every day, what do I enjoy and what's going to make me want to continue to come into the office and do that? And for me, it was just simply making videos and telling stories, and streaming just didn't do that for me. So, well, it's just a long way of saying fun. I didn't have fun.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it comes down to in the end, I feel like, you know what I mean? A lot of the projects that I've been working on Afterlife at the moment, like right now, spoiler alert for my next Afterlife video, but, you know, for those that listen to the podcast, you're awesome. So what happened was I was like getting bogged down about like the one area I was working in, you know, by my little beekeeper house, spoiler alert. And then I jump over to another area and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna start working over here. And I just start getting these crazy ideas. So like when it comes down to it, you just need to like almost stop what you're doing, figure out what's fun for you. And you know, I get a lot of questions on like Twitch and stuff. People asking me, you know, like, you know, what's the best thing about doing YouTube? You know, do what you like, but have fun with it too. You know what I mean? Like, make sure you're having fun with YouTube. If you're not having fun with it, I mean, it might not be for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or streaming in that case, it just might not be for you. You know, you might want to do it, but if it's not fun, you know,
dude, if you get onto YouTube, there's a lot of factors. Like I have fun doing it, but do you guys meaningless numbers?
Oh no, the numbers mean a lot to me.
Yeah, right.
So like I'm gonna be blunt to you right now. Like you know, there's a reason why I make the Mushroom House video as a you know continuation of the last one, which is my best performing video. So I gotta keep up with that.
Yep.
So it's like you know, nowadays it's definitely a factor. It's not so much all about fun, but now it's more of like, okay, now I'm seeing growth. Now I really want to capitalize on that and really make the best videos that I can while also trying to get the best numbers that I can. You know what I mean? And doing everything that I can to do that. So it's
Oh yeah. That's me through and through. I'll make a video, and if I don't think it's going to be received well or perform well, there's the high likelihood I will completely scrap it and either redo it completely.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I have to have fun with it, but if I don't think it's going to perform well, I'll try to.
I'll tell you what. There's been
change it.
videos like that for me, but I've posted them anyway. You know what I mean? And some of them do well. You know what I mean? So you just never know. And I understand where you're coming from.
Oh my gosh!
What?
That is the most interesting. Is when you're like, this is a 16-hour video. Editing is flawless. I went 12 steps above. This video got 3 views. This other video, I pushed record, talked for 5 minutes straight, and just uploaded it and just used a random screenshot from the video. That one's got all the views in the world. Like, why?
Yeah.
I don't mean to insinuate anything, but I think viewers sometimes are like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Like
You got a scale, and on one side is pure gold, and the other side is monkey poop. And for some reason, that monkey poop just gets all the views.
But I mean, that always depends on what your thumbnail and title is, sadly, though. It's like, what will they actually be looking for, right? You know, you can be making the godliest castle video, right? But that might not be the new current thing, and that might be your monkey poop. You edit that to the extreme, right? But then you make your 10-minute snapshot video, and that is the gold, but you don't really, let's just say you don't really edit it as much, hypothetically, and that's your goal because that's what trends. So
well, I was gonna say it's just like the Reddit posts. When you post something on Reddit, you know,
that's different.
You wanna follow along with the trend. So like, for instance, like if you post a big giant build, whatever, it doesn't usually do as good. But like if you post something, let's say like I posted a Hobbit house on there, it did pretty good. You know what I mean? So
Hermits are making Hobbit houses, so trending.
Right, exactly. So just and that's I go by that same trend as well. Green's doing a mansion. I had the idea of doing a mansion as well in terms of like different things. Never went through with it, but you have them ideas of where you follow those trends. So I don't know.
Yeah, I had a little bit, a tiny, not barely noticeable, but a tiny little bump in views, specifically on my diagonal tutorial videos when Green's like, this Magnol. And I'm like, ooh, now's my time. And it didn't pan out quite so well. It got a little bump, but no.
Well, yeah.
Ironically, my most viewed video on the channel is titled How to Find Dragon Lairs in RLCraft. It's not a tutorial. It's episode 3 of a Let's Play where I'm actively trying to figure out how you find dragon lairs in RLCraft. And that's why I titled it that. It's my most viewed video because people click on it and I can see in the analytics they'll watch about the first 4 minutes of this 30-minute video. And it's about the 4-minute mark where they realize this isn't going to teach me how to do it. This is some guy trying to figure out how to do it, and they fail. But it's my most viewed video one out there.
Yeah.
That's so infuriating.
Yep, that's the way it is.
My first 4 minutes of that video have all of the little cards, the little eye in the corner. It's like, hey, subscribe. Hey, I have videos on this. Hey, come check me out over here. Because I know this is not what I signed up for.
Writes a pinned comment, makes 10 billion other comments, edits the description.
Just like, listen, I know this isn't your tutorial, but I swear, come over.
This is when annotations would be perfect. Be like, I know this isn't a tutorial, but please.
Let me convert you.
Yeah.
Well, what were we talking about?
We were talking about Winter's
videos that perform very strangely.
Yeah, that which erupted from talking about how Winter got into streaming.
Oh yes. I was just trying to figure out the origin of this. I'm like, wow, this went nuts.
So wait, Winter, if you never stopped streaming because like viewership on YouTube and subs were going down, like if you never stopped and just kept going, like, and if that stayed at a steady growth or trajectory, right? Do you think you would still be streaming? Like if you didn't take that break?
No, because if I was still streaming, it would not be on YouTube, which was my platform of choice for streaming. Near the end of it, it seemed like a decent choice. Twitch was extremely saturated, and Mixer was like this upcoming platform, and they just secured Ninja, which I'm not a fan of, but whatever. Like, he's a big guy, and they paid to have him. So I'm like, there's a decent chance it looks like Mixer's going to be up and rising. I'm going to make the move to Mixer, and I did that at the end of main streaming career, I guess you'd call it. My big issue was I would get, like I said, a lot of subscribers from the streams during the streams, and my analytics were very heavily starting to skew video, but I was also streaming, and it was skewing towards I stream between this hour and this hour. Everyone's here and they're gone. I upload a video, nothing. Like, the subscribers don't care about the videos. They only cared that I was streaming. So for me to do the thing that I love, which was telling stories through it wasn't going to be possible anymore because of the stream. Like YouTube was only promoting me during my I'm live right now hours and no other time ever for any reason. Even my videos that were getting regular views were dipping, so they weren't even getting pushed as much. And as soon as I stopped streaming, it took a few months after I stopped streaming, then those videos started and I was getting all the views again on my normal content that it had already existed. So I could tell that streaming on YouTube is a very fast way to kill any chance of making videos on YouTube.
Right.
So if you're going to stream, I recommend you do not use YouTube. But if the audience watching, if you're thinking about being don't stream on YouTube. It is a very quick way to kill your channel. I think you have to be Gemini Tay, System Z, or Mumbo size. Like you have to already be an established creator of videos to then stream occasionally on the platform itself.
Yeah.
Because they can stream and it doesn't have a noticeable impact on their video.
And they don't stream that often.
Right.
Well, Munbo doesn't, at least. That's from what I've seen. So he just streams like every here and there. But no, I've always been told to like try to
diversify.
Bring your audience, diversify your audience, and try to like bring in an audience from Twitch, bring in an audience from I guess Instagram now, or from whatever, YouTube. Have your main YouTube thing, and then have the streams on over here, have your pictures over there, whatever. Just for example. That's how I've always been told. I don't know if that's how it is anymore, but
I would say it still is. You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, right? Like, what if YouTube one day decides to just miraculously say, okay, you're no longer allowed to stream this anymore, or actually, you don't own the rights to any of this, you're not allowed to do this, or what if Twitch was like, actually, Minecraft you're not going to allow anymore, it's owned by Microsoft, you can only stream that on Mixer now. Like, what if that happened, right? But like with the case of YouTube, I feel like they're constantly changing how the algorithm works for live streaming. If I recall correctly, I know like a year ago it was a big problem where like if you actually did streaming, it did kill your videos because some of them would post their live streams, and then that, because of how their live stream video actually did on their channel, that would take their channel's like recommendation status, because that live stream was posted as a video, and that would cause everything else to do bad. So I'm sure they changed stuff now, because I know a lot of the big streamers that have like 2 million subs complained about it, but it's still not a great experience nonetheless for YouTube.
Right.
So YouTube's got the other problem. A single strike on the channel disables streaming on your channel.
Yeah.
So another good reason to not be streaming. Because all it takes is one disgruntled fan to really push the limits and get a strike on your channel.
Can you play copyrighted music during your stream on YouTube?
No.
Yeah.
Not really.
You can.
I mean, you can on Twitch. You can't on Twitch, but
once it becomes a video,
everybody does.
It'll become an issue at that point.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't think YouTube has a system to recognize while you're streaming.
I think they do.
They didn't when I was streaming, because I used to play a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
I tried to avoid that. There's this one guy named Iziok, and I first heard of him through Exuma's channel. And I went and found him on I think it's Bandcamp, the website, and reached out to him. I bought his entire collection, because you could buy the whole collection for like $3, and I'm like, heck yeah! So I bought his whole collection, and then sent him an email asking stuff in my videos and my live streams, and he responded like, yeah, of course you can. Like, sweet. So when I first started using his stuff, I actually was getting copyright strikes for using it.
Really?
And I had to email him back and be like, I thought I could use this. And he was like, oh, I'll take care of it. And like 6 hours later, I got an apology email from the company on his behalf. It's pretty cool. That's right. You protested me.
That's kind of how the program I pay for, Artlist, they send out an email to everybody and say, hey, if you're getting strikes in your video and you're using our music, or you're getting copyright claims on your videos, just tell us and we'll take care of it. So So it's kind of cool. That's why I go with like a place like that now, because it's like I don't like the the audio library or whatever YouTube has. You don't want to go there because it's like kind of crap music.
Yeah.
And then you have like just other random artists, but it's like SoundCloud and stuff. But I'm like, I never can find what I want. I just want one place to go to, and like artists, I've just picked that up, and I was like, all right. It's a pretty penny, but it's I think it's worth it, especially now that I use a ton of music in my videos. I think it's worth it.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's a big issue for me too. Is I feel like constantly running out of music. I have to keep reminding myself, you can use this one song in more than one video, right? Oh man,
That's how
I don't know how many times I have to be like,
I always feel like I have
today's
to use,
Wednesday.
like, a
Wednesday
different
means
one.
I have to find music all Wednesday. Oh God.
I mean, you could always
so
like
much
keep
bad
track
music.
if you use like that specific song, like, oh, use this in episode 5. Okay,
Yeah.
use this in episode 9. Oh, so we're on episode 20. I haven't used it since episode 9. Okay, that means I could use it. So I mean, you could always just do it that way to like help keep track instead of like just guessing.
That's how I do it, because I was like, I look back at the previous one. I just make sure like especially AfterLife, that's kind of what I use it for the most. But like I look back at the previous one. Did I use this time lapse song for the last one? All right, well we're gonna switch it up then, because
I use a lot of Zelda music, and I try to get a feel for like what do I want the audience to feel when they're watching this, and I try to always find a song that will help bridge that gap and help them get that same feeling. Sometimes I will end up using the same song 2 or 3 times in a row, but I feel it does the job. The goal is to make them feel a certain way, and if that song does it, then that song does it.
Yeah.
But I got some really epic like Zelda remixes that I'm just like, I haven't found a home for these yet. I think they're awesome, but it's like, man, this build makes me feel like the tears of the angel are raining. Song makes me want to go unsa unsa unsa. Like it doesn't go together well.
Yeah.
That's me dancing on. You guys haven't seen that in a long time, have you? Have you, audience? Ooh, not since I used to stream.
We haven't seen it at all.
Yeah, you didn't use your webcam during our past Streamathon.
Oh no, it's a nightmare. I have one cable running from the camera to the computer. I have another one which is actually a battery that plugs into the wall, which is really sweet, which that other one doesn't have. And then, like I said, like I know, like I'm sitting back here for comfort. I am subtly out of focus because I'm back out of focus. It also is one of these things where, because I have 3 monitors, there's no good place for the camera. If I put it above my big screen, like, then I'm like, you see this as I'm playing, and I'm like, and if I put it down below, then you see this as I'm playing. So I have to have it on its own tripod, front of the monitors. So then I'll be like, what's that thing behind the camera right there? I can't see it. Camera's big.
We have the same headphones, I just noticed.
Do we?
Yeah. What do you have?
You guys got Audio Technicas.
Audio Technica.
I don't know
which version
these are. They don't say.
Mine's, I don't know. I can't remember crap with
ATH-M50X.
Does
whatever
it say it on
means.
there? I can't hear you now.
I know, so far just take them off, can't hear.
M50X, yeah.
There you go. You guys are matching.
Nice.
But I have blue, so mine's better.
Like well, these were a gift from Mrs. Tooth. That's like default, really crappy, like really small earpieces. And they go over the top with like the wireframe and had the mic coming. And that's what I used to use for videos and for for everything. And I'm like, oh, so this is terrible. And Mrs. Tooth's like, you know what? We're just gonna get you this mic and these headphones. And I'm like, yes.
Hook you up.
Well, in fact, she
doesn't hurt your
ears.
She
is the best woman in. I just, as you guys know on the Discord and you guys, I just got that new motherboard and that AMD Threadripper 3960X CPU, and they're amazing. And then I found out that
You need
They only accept DDR4.
Yes.
My DDR3s don't fit. So she's like, okay. And then we went and got brand new ones. And I'm like, yeah. And I have more gigs that run faster and are better. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, okay, is your computer amazing now? And I'm like, oh, it's pretty good. She's like, pretty good? I'm like, yeah, it's pretty good. She's like, pretty good. What would make it better? I suppose I need a new graphics card. Add it to the list. I'm like, well, I can't just get a new graphics card. They're like, why? Like, well, because my PSU isn't powerful enough. Like, it's running top end right now. Like, I'm afraid it's gonna burn out. And she's like, we're gonna get a new PSU too. And I'm like, so I got a new 12, and the graphics card we're ordering either later today or tomorrow. Gonna get that new NVIDIA RTX 2060 Super, so I can run really cool ray tracing that we've been seeing in the videos lately. Ooh.
Bedrock Edition.
Yeah.
I don't like Bedrock. I'm hoping that will bridge to Java. But if it doesn't, I can still make a video about it. It should. It definitely. I don't know why it wouldn't. They have the Bedrock version on the computer. Like, they could totally do it.
I mean, I imagine they could, but it'd probably just be a lot of work. But I heard there's like an engine difference to prevent that.
I'm willing for them to do the work. I'll be willing for that.
Nah, they gotta add other
totally
features. I don't want them focusing on that.
On board.
They gotta add quests and stuff. Ray tracing, I could give two craps about. Honestly,
have you seen it? It's so pretty.
It looks great. It looks awesome, but Bedrock, you can have it. We got shaders. I'm fine.
I have two opinions of it, and I'll ask you guys as well. What are your opinions on it? But my first opinion is things look bright and shiny. If you were to use that in survival mode, you would quickly realize that those blocks are not bright and shiny. You are in a very dark room, and it's filled with mobs, and it's going to be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
But underwater is the most glorious thing I've ever seen.
I'd say underwater is the best part.
Yeah, that's the best feature of it.
So good.
But that's it. Funny watching how like everybody has like opposite reactions to it. Like, I browsed the Optifine subreddit and they're like hate training it, or like some of them are like, I think it's really great, or I hate it. It's the ugliest thing to plague this planet. Like, we have shaders made by other people that aren't even professionals that do better jobs. I'm just like, man, I didn't think it was that bad.
I think it's. I don't think it's that bad. I think it's definitely a step forward for shaders and stuff, but I don't think it's that bad really.
I think it's not as good as some shaders you can find, but what it does offer, no other shaders can do, and that's that ray tracing. And that's, if you could take that ray tracing and apply it to some of the better shaders, that would be fantastic. That'd be a cool feature if they could set that up where it's just like ray tracing was just a fundamental feature off, but it was only functional while there's a shaders running. That'd be cool. Pick any shaders you want, turn on RTX.
Right.
One day.
Yeah.
One day.
We're already talking about Bedrock and the whole shaders for it, so I figured I'd bring this up. I think I saw this on the Minecraft subreddit. They're talking about adding, I guess, dances or like emotes to the game for Bedrock Edition, so I was just curious, what do you guys think about that?
Cringe. Gross.
Wait, what was the question?
They're adding dances
exactly, that's
like,
so bad.
like Fortnite, basically, into Bedrock Edition. I was just curious what everybody thought about that. And I think a lot of people, it seemed like it was going to be behind a microtransaction paywall to have them.
That's gross.
I was just wondering, what are you like, yay, we're getting dances, or for like, ew, no.
I mean,
the dances I don't care about, but major issues, and that is that Bedrock does not follow. In Java, they're trying to get unification, but they keep doing stuff to break it. I hate that. And then the other thing is paywalls. I hate that Bedrock makes you pay for stuff. I don't play Bedrock, but I hate it when people comment on my videos. They're like, "Oh, what's that thing? What's that resource pack you're using? I'm in Bedrock." And I'm like, it's going to cost you money. Just don't. Like, don't pay for something that is inherently free for a huge user base. Like,
I knew they were going to.
There's so many of us that don't pay for stuff. Why are Bedrock for it? I hate that. I hate that they charge some people money for things that are free.
So, do they
nothing
have
tears
stuff
at my
that's
heart
free?
more. I would guess that they have some stuff that's free. Like I said, I don't use Bedrock. It's not It's not the same as Java. Redstone doesn't work. Like, you can dye the cauldron colors, which would be sweet to have. I would like that. I hear you can take a lead and attach it to the boat, and then just put the other side of the lead to a post, so your boat can be tied to the dock.
Really?
Like, I've heard that. I haven't actually tried it because I don't play Bedrock. I got the free copy of the Bedrock version because I own Java, and I'm like, oh, cool. Delete, uninstall. I will never use this. That's how much I hate Bedrock.
I don't have it installed.
I will not use it.
But I think I have it. So
just watching people play with it, like, I'm just like, this seems too clunky of a UI for this game. Like, it's just, I don't understand how they can play it.
Yes.
It looks slow.
But
it is.
For the emojis, could you what's that gonna look like? Do you have any idea? Flossing? Like, are they actually gonna move? If they do a smiley face, are we gonna see a really cringe like actually on their face? And how are they gonna do that?
I mean, Java Edition technically already has that. We have mods that do that. The Bad Lion client has that. I know Mario did that for one of his videos where he did the default Fortnite dance, and when we were going to check out what was happening at the Team Turtle jungle over there, so Mario did the dance in his perspective. So I mean, it's possible for us already, so I imagine it's not that bad, maybe, but it's Mojang doing it. So
the Mo Bends mod is part of the RLcraft mod, where it's if you're an F5 watching, like, you actually see your arms bending as like, oh, that's cool. I like that's neat. But I don't know. Like, when you're crouching, it actually looks like your legs are like bent over instead of bending over.
Yeah. I don't know. It's
if I log into a server and I'm seeing people flossing all over the place, I don't think I'm gonna be happy anymore.
I don't think I'm really gonna care, because I'm not gonna play Bedrock. So I'm just gonna play Java. There's my answer.
That's my issue, though. Is if they're attempting, like, they the two as the same as possible, if they add something
they're
like,
not the same.
If I know they're not the same, but if they're working to make them similar, then you got to consider every little thing they add to one. There's a chance they can add it to.
Right. And
they're at least thinking about it.
That's why they'll never be the same, because Java is totally, I would say it's totally different than Bedrock in every aspect. And it'll never, ever be the same, because they can't. I mean, the code is different. Everything's different about it. It's a totally different game.
I do think they should. They should rewrite Java Edition to not run on the fact that servers can't run on more than one, whatever it is, at a time. Like, that is insane.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
It's so limited.
But that will probably never happen. Unless we get Minecraft 2.
I know. They would literally, for them to do it, they'd have to stop putting out updates, because the updates would be coming out faster than the team rewriting the code would be to catching up to it.
I mean,
what do you guys feel about that? If they stop posting updates for a better code, is that something you'd be willing to? I don't years.
I mean, they already had their chance to do that, I would argue. Like, that's what Bedrock Edition, in my opinion, was, right? Like, when Bedrock, when the 360 edition and PlayStation edition first came out, 4J Studios was put in charge to make their own version of Minecraft to, like, help kind of catch up, but of course it was always behind. And then we eventually got to, like, a point where there was, like, we would only get one update a year, or it would be like every other year we would get an
Mm-hmm.
update, like in 2014,
The
2015,
dark
2016.
ages.
Yeah, the dark ages where it took like 2 years to get an update. So I would argue that was the time when they could have, right?
Yeah.
So it's like now it's just their loss. Like why
Now
should
they got
we?
to play catch up.
Hmm.
Now they just got to, they got to play catch up because of that. They got
Minecraft
to add
2.
stuff.
Minecraft 2.
I don't think I would ever want that. Like because like everything how
Minecraft 2 is where they
Bedrock.
give.
Well, I would also argue that they kind of missed that opportunity to make a brand new Minecraft because they're already they got Bedrock Edition, they got all these other editions. They kind of missed that opportunity to just be like, okay, here's
Oh, you guys-
Minecraft Infinity or
Minecraft 2 is
whatever.
already coming out. You guys haven't heard? Minecraft 2 is a real thing. It's called Hytale, and it's going to be amazing.
Oh, they better bring it out because if the game's not out yet, Hytale. Oh my god!
If you
Hytale
guys
brother.
didn't just see that, rewind the video about 15 seconds and watch their faces when I said that.
Well,
Listen,
it's not like I have faith in I think Hytale will be a good thing, but I still hate its art style with a passion.
Oh, I'm a big fan of
I don't like how the
Everything-
characters look. I hate it.
everything I've seen so far. I'm a big fan. The only thing I don't like is I'm a polar bear and I'd be squishy little human. I hate that.
I'm sure they'll have like a.
I'm not a furry, but all furries rise.
They'll have
For
like a
this
furry class.
injustice.
Where are you at,
I'm
Lamp?
sure.
Lamp.
I'm sure they'll have something.
And I need to be a polar bear.
I
It's gonna be so weird because
Hytale.
I don't know about you guys. If Hytale comes out, I will make videos on the channel. And if I am able to face the camera and go, "Hey guys, Wintertooth here. Sorry, I'm not a polar bear," I'm not gonna be happy about that.
Yeah, it's gonna suck. That's gonna ruin your branding.
It's gonna be very weird. Like my first channel, I was a human. I was using a Robert Downey Jr.'s skin as my original skin for my first channel, which got deleted because I made my YouTube account back when they accepted Yahoo emails as your thing, and then apparently there was an email that went out. It's like, oh, by the way, if you don't get a Gmail account, we're going to delete your channel. And I'm like, no, you won't. They deleted my channel.
Yeah.
Mine got converted.
Yep. They nope, they deleted mine. It probably would have been converted had I made a Gmail and associated it, but
Yeah. I don't know. They just did it one day. They were just like, all right, this Yahoo. I don't know. I'm thankful that they did because now it's a Gmail account. I have another email. They just created one for me. So
I was not so fortunate. Mine was, and it was the saddest thing. My heart's such shambles right now because I was using YouTube as my video library to keep my hard drives free of space, and they deleted it, and now I'm like, I can remember all the stories and videos I came up with and how much I love it, and I want to go back and watch it. They are gone forever. So now I keep literally every single video I make is hard drive. Every single one you can find on my channel is on this hard drive.
Oh, we have the same one. How many terabytes is it?
Not a lot. It's only a one.
Really? I think I got the 4.
Just one.
Yeah, I got the 4 terabyte one.
No, this was a gift from. I was working at Office Depot at the time, and they did I'll go to a Christmas party, and they had one of those games where it's like if you win whatever, you get to pick a gift. The white elephant. That's it. Yeah, white elephant. So I didn't know what it was. There was enough gifts to go around where everyone got 2, and I ended up with this hard drive and a poker set around somewhere that I don't use. Like, yeah, poker set weighs like 20 pounds. It's heavy. This was when you're playing White Elephant and you're holding a 20-pound gift. You're like, this is epic. I don't know what is in here, but I want to keep it. And then it was a poker set, and I'm like, wow, I would have taken that drone that Sarah take that. Tradesies? No, you don't play poker either? Dang.
That's like probably the lamest gifts you could get.
I think it depends on who you are.
Well, yeah, but it's like you can't I've never played like poker before, but like can you play poker by yourself? You can't.
No.
You can play solitaire by yourself.
Yeah, but a pack of cards probably would have been better, to be honest. But it's like you'd have to set that. Oh my, yeah.
I should have warned you guys that I'm horrible about just ranting, and I go off on tangents constantly. This is the I worked out when I was streaming. You got to fill that dead space. So it's like if I say a sentence and it includes the word Superman, you can bet I'm going to talk about Superman now for 20 minutes. And
that's good. Now we're going to put you in charge of the podcast. You're going to be the host now. Congratulations. You're going to do the recap
with your host, me, Ron Burgundy. I'm going to put that back.
See, people would love it. So you're taking my spot, Jay. Here's your new co-host. Congratulations.
Whoa. Wait,
you
so
guys
that means we have 3.
You could have 3, yeah.
You guys on a previous podcast talked about meeting up at like one of the Minecraft things and wearing onesies. I am totally on board for that. I will have my polar bear onesie, and I will be. I'm not very tall though. Male polar bears can grow up to be 10 feet tall. I'm not quite that tall.
Oh,
sad to say.
Bit lackluster. So wait, you actually own a polar bear onesie?
No, I don't. But I
was about to be amazed. I was like, man.
So wait, should I show up in like a turtle onesie or a skunk onesie? What do you think?
Skunk. Why would you be in a turtle onesie?
Skunk. You know, because I've had that as my skin before.
But that chapter's over now.
Blonde
yeah, but
skunk.
That's always fun too.
It's not blonde turtle. It's blonde skunk.
I'm just saying, no. I have both. Wear both at the same time. Rip one off, the other one. Be great.
I mean, you could switch, like maybe one day, you're feeling skunky. The other day, you feel like you want to be in your shell, so.
Yeah, all the Team Turtles could have all one. That'd be great. We could all have the same one. That'd be fantastic.
I think it'd be a terrible, terrible idea, but I'd love to see it. You dressed up as a skunk in your onesie with like a little satchel that you can occasionally deploy. just at Mine Fair, just at Mine Fair. It's one of the little round ones, so after you light it, you can roll. It wasn't me. So you're blaming the skunk? That's animalist. I guess is what you would call it.
That's skunkist.
Skunk's just carrying like spoiled eggs in a Ziploc bag that's sealed,
Lord.
double sealed, and then he'll just randomly like lop them
into the crowd.
They're making an announcement. We're going to give you
a terrorist attack. That's terrible. That sounds like a start to something bad there.
It'll be fine. You just might see some kids get trampled. That's all.
It would be a viral video. Maybe not for what you want it to be for. Probably go viral.
I mean, that's all I want. Just the viralness.
If I saw a video of a man dressed up as a skunk throwing rotten eggs into a crowd, which resulted in the tramp, I may not be happy that it happened, but I will watch that video. I would want to see what happened. Like the title would be like, innocent civilians slaughtered by skunk or whatever.
Whoa. Listen, by the egg bomb, okay? We'd be egg bombing them.
You can't spell laughter without adding an S at the beginning. That's what I always say. As laughter is always spelled with an S.
Wait, why is it spelled with an S? What the heck is wrong with you? It ain't spelled with an S. It's spelled with an L. Laugh.
Skunk. Put an S in front of laughter.
Oh, but you said to replace the L. And it's not.
You said you can't spell it without an S. You can't.
I got you now.
It's funny because I explained it.
No, you didn't. You didn't explain it. You said
I wasn't going to explain it, but then you made me explain it. Like it's like some kind of chump.
Well, no, it didn't make any sense because you said you spell.
Let us know in the comments below. Did you get it, or are you with
laughter with an S?
Not get it?
Or you said S starts with a starts with an L, or whatever the heck you said. I forget what you said now.
Let us know in the comments.
Oh gosh.
Did you get it?
It didn't make any sense.
Okay.
Laughter.
I still don't get it. I still
I
don't.
love
Slaughter.
laughing.
Slaughter.
That's not how it's spelled.
Slaughter is laughter, but it starts with the letter.
But why would you slaughter?
Okay, we're moving along. So we
Next.
mentioned that Hytale is coming out, right? And we already kind of have an idea about Winter now with his opinion on this, but do you have any imposed rules for your channel? Like, i.e., do you only post one game? Is it restricted to only certain games? Do you have any like funny quirks that go along those lines, etc., that kind of deal?
I think I'd be stupid not to post Hytale.
Yeah, I think
You know what I mean?
in all of our cases it would be stupid, right?
I think we should definitely do a series or something. AfterLife Hytale Edition. Boom. There you go. So,
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it would be cool. After Hytale SMP or whatever.
Be the
Afterlife
first ones to
SMP.
do it. We're planning it now, boys.
I'm sure Hermitcraft's already on that. They're probably like, all right, let's get it. If the game ever comes out.
Well, we better beat them. That's the competition.
Yeah, that is a competition.
But
we're looking at
no,
what
about you guys? Like for me, my channel started off where I was thinking, this is predominantly for fun. Minecraft is fun for me. I like Diablo 2 and Diablo 3. I like all the Pokemon games. For a little bit just because I was bored and wanted to play Pokemon. And but I think there was a point where on my channel specifically where it's like I felt like I was diversifying too much, and like I don't know, the ratios didn't feel right to me. Where it's like your subscriber base is here, your view count video, and it's I don't know, it just seemed off. I was just curious how you guys do your channels. Like, do you have strict rules?
Well, mine started off as like it should be just Minecraft. It started off as just Minecraft, and then I started to add in other games. So I started to add in like, okay, so Call of Duty was one of them. I started playing, like, had short Call of Duty videos, and then I'd have Hearthstone. I would have Portal Knights, and then other things. Blah, 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 blah. And I started adding all these different series, and then it came full circle to back just the Minecraft. I would say around the time AfterLife happened. So by the time I joined AfterLife, that's when it started to become like, okay, that's going to be just full, Minecraft. But even then, it still wasn't Minecraft. So, but now that like this year I've come back to YouTube, it's just been Minecraft. So, and I think it's good to have like that consistency. I think it's very hard nowadays to have a channel that does like literally everything. You know what I mean? I think it's better just to have one game and that's it. You know what I mean? Or you have your slightly off-branded Minecraft, or you're like your Terraria or whatever. You kind of like you jump into another sandbox game, for instance, or something other people can relate to. Like it's in the same audience or genre or whatever. So,
yeah, I mean, for me, it's always been kind of like I stick with one game. So like I think for the beginning of my channel, it was just kind of shooter games. So Call of Duty. I think I did Minecraft with it too. But then eventually it just became Minecraft, and then it went back to GTA, and then it went back to Minecraft. And then
you had a fun experience.
And then I think it went back to Call of Duty, and then it went back to Minecraft, and then it just went to I think AfterLife ended on season 2, so then Skunk and myself went into Overwatch, and then Fortnite, and then now we're back to Minecraft. Yep. So it's like there's always been like one specific game that I kind of stick with, because like it doesn't fully make sense to like, hey, I'm gonna play Overwatch and I'm gonna play Minecraft. Like those are kind of wildly contrasting games, right? They're not similar in any shape. Like, I mean, maybe if they're kind of like I mean, I guess it kind of depends on what you're posting about that game too, to where it makes sense or not. Like to where that viewership difference might be a big deal. Like if you're just playing Overwatch and posting those public games or competitive games you're playing, then I'm sure that's not going to get any views anyways. But like if you're doing like what Stylosa and whoever else did, where they showed like the news and whatever, then I guess I can see correlation in that, but they're still kind of like different games.
I definitely like having the just Minecraft, but yeah, like you said with the Overwatch. And the other thing is, it's like I definitely feel like, I don't know if you guys feel like this too, but like Minecraft has been like the only game that's like stuck. You know what I mean? Like the other games, they faded in and out, right? Like they would come on, okay, Overwatch for a little bit, but then immediately it was like, okay, that's not fun anymore. Minecraft's always just like, it's always come back and it's always just stuck. It's been the longest, I've made so many videos on it, you know what I mean? But so that's always just been the core
Now,
of
is
my
it
channel.
that's the way it's been for me as well. It's like always back to Minecraft, but for me, I've been able to recognize, at least for me, I come back to Minecraft, I can tell a story with it, whereas other games like Diablo, for example, it was more of a commentary of what was happening and what I was doing specifically. Like you couldn't tell a story. So I'm just curious if that's something that you guys are drawn to. They keep coming back to Minecraft. It's
I think it's just like not even just the story. Like I like the story part of it too. Like I love that. But just like the whole like just infinite amount of stuff you can do. I mean, it's just that it's the core of a game. Like you can just like go and you can literally make a video out of it, out of anything. You don't have to rely. Okay, for instance, like, oh, if we won this Fortnite match or not. You know what I mean? I know that was a big thing for me and Jay when we were playing Fortnite. Is it going to be a video? It depends on how good the game is. It depends on how, like, there's a lot of factors that go into it. Minecraft, you can literally come up with anything and make a video out of it. You can like, okay, I'm gonna build a farm today. Okay, let's record it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna dig a hole. Let's record it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do a time lapse. Let's do that. You know what I mean? There's just,
I know what you mean.
that's literally what it is. So yeah, it's awesome though. I love it.
That's a sneaky little issue though with Minecraft and YouTube is it's hard to get into YouTube now because there's so many channels doing so many things that it's recommended that you niche down into something specific. Well, Minecraft, because it's so broad, there's so many things to get into. Day 1, you're doing a barn build. Day 2, you're doing redstone. Day 3, you're doing adventure. Like they're never the. Do you guys have issues with that at all? Like the fact that Minecraft itself has its own niches, being all over the place. Has that been?
Like, I think it's
Have
nice.
you found? Let's rephrase it differently. Have you found more success sticking to a specific niche within versus diversifying within it? Like when I make build tutorials, they do well. If I do redstone tutorials, they tank because I'm not a redstoner. Like,
I mean, I think redstone
they're
is
both
very
Minecraft.
dependent on what you actually do. Like, I mean, I
Right.
was never a full-on redstoner, but like when I did my single-player series, like I would know what's the instant view success. I'm like, okay, well, we know what we're doing in today's video: fish farm, or AFK Fisher. Oh, next video, villager farm or villager breeder. Well, video after that, we're going to build an Enderman farm. It's like, like all those got me lots of views or likes, comments, whatever. So it's like, I mean, I'm sure it's different now since YouTube's changed its algorithm a bunch, but like, we can see Puff over there have success with his redstone stuff, but sure, he widely sticks to his redstone stuff, and I guess even bugginess. So I mean, I guess that's kind of like related to where he's like breaking bugs in Minecraft, but I feel like it kind of depends on what we do though still. Like, I'm sure if you make a raid farm, it'll probably do well for you, right?
Maybe if I could figure out how to make one.
Yeah, but that's
the
only catch though.
Well, it's interesting. We got Grian and Mumbo. What, the two biggest Hermit sub-wise?
They are.
Grian specifically has had a I'm going to teach you how to build series, which then evolved into a Let's Play. And Mumbo is with Redstone. He has I'm going to do Redstone stuff and even teach you occasionally Redstone. But then I'm also a part of Hermitcraft with this Let's Play thing. Like they are both heavily niched into certain specific areas of Minecraft,
Right.
and they have Hermitcraft as an outlet for everything else.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was interesting that the two biggest do have specific niches within Minecraft.
I mean, that's also what helped them get to that point, right? Having that specific niche that they're related to dominate.
Right.
I mean, that's how
Like,
Green became so popular.
They did great.
Green has a fantastic personality. I could watch him day and night, and the only thing I can attribute to is he's just got Mumbo. I like Mumbo, but sometimes his Hermitcraft videos I just am not super into. And then you got people like Exuma. Like, I'm always into Exuma. I really like stuff. But Exuma's not niched down like either of them. And I think, if you're talking about personality specifically, I think Exuma should enter than Mumbo based on personality. And I know that's also personal to me, but I think because Mumbo specifically has his redstone niche and he excels in it and he makes an effort to make sure he is still doing redstone specific video.
Right.
I think that's what he does so well.
I don't know, because I feel like his redstone videos are the videos that are doing poorly now compared to Hermitcraft. Like, his Hermitcraft is demolishing his redstone videos. Like, I think I was looking at his channel one day and his redstone videos weren't even breaking 1 million, or I mean, I'm sure they broke 1 million by now, like after a day of it waiting, but like compared to his Hermitcraft where it's just skyrocketing. Yeah.
But I think it's just also a matter of like, that's just Hermitcraft in general.
Yeah.
Hermitcraft is just like,
Hermitcraft is doing better and better for everyone.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm looking at Scar, I'm looking at other people too. Iskal, these smaller channels. Scar just hit 1 million subscribers. So it's like, so it's
Iskal
like,
and Scar,
Iskal and Scar, and they're blowing up over here. So it's like,
Iskal for sure is blowing up. It's like crazy.
Well, yeah, because they're doing the right thing. They're getting with the Green and the Mumbo. You know what I mean?
Yep. I think they're taking a page out of Green's book. I think Green, like I said, I don't even care what Green is doing. I can watch his videos and listen to him all day. He is entertaining and his personality is phenomenal. And
there's not a dull.
I've been seeing that more. Iskal for me didn't used to be entertaining, but now he is phenomenal. He is almost up there with Green. Like, I almost don't care what Iskal's doing anymore because Iskal himself is phenomenal.
Right.
And you just see, I feel like I'm seeing a growth in all their personality interacting with their video.
Well, one of the Hermits I've been watching mainly is actually Scar. I've been watching him a lot, and
I'm a big fan of Scar.
And
Scar
I used to not really be into him, but now, it's great. So.
Scar has a almost like a childlike appeal to him. His videos, it almost feels like it is slightly geared to be aged down. Like, it feels like he's aiming for a lower aged audience.
Right.
But he is super entertaining. I'm a big fan of Scar. Scar lives 3 hours away. I've never met him, but based on his P.O. box, I could probably find him.
That's what I was laughing about earlier when I heard you mention that.
He lives so close to me. Like, we both are in Washington State. He's in his P.O. box. Let's be specific. His P.O. box is in Vancouver. But considering his wheelchair situation, don't think he lives too far from where his P.O. box.
Man, you're gonna man.
I'm always a fan of the Minecrafters who live near me. Flip is also here in Washington State. Scar's in Washington State. KingZee is here in Washington State. Like, it's just cool to like see him like, I am there too.
You can have your own personal AfterLife meetup. You can meet up with KingZee.
I know, I should totally meet up. We both have kids. We should totally get together. I think we're around the same age too. I think he's a little younger than me.
Hermit.
Yes, he is.
I think I'm the second oldest. I think Kyle's the old man.
How old are you again?
29. I'll be 30 in December.
I think you're slightly older than KingZee.
I'm about to leave. This year is the last year I can be in my 20s.
Yeah, old.
Yeah, I've noticed it too. I used to be incredibly scrawny and now that I've been doing this solidly in front of a desk for like 2, I don't go outside very much. I drink Red Bulls and Dr. Pepper all day. At nighttime with dinner, I have my bottled beer with dinner, and then before bed, I have my glass of it's called a whiskey sour. It's just straight Jack Daniels with a little bit of sweet and sour mix. I have those every day, and now I'm getting fat in the face. I can see it now. Like this
Welcome
didn't
to the
used to
club.
be here. My gut, like, maybe this is too much for some people. I lay down in my bed on my side, and I look down, and I'm like, "There's a lamp," and I'm like, "Oh my god, where did this come from?" Like, I used to be able to see my rib cage. Now I see
Times
little
are
airplanes
changing.
landing. Minecraft. If Minecraft has impacted my life in any way, it's that I'm fat now. Minecraft, Mojang, you did this to me. I have an extra at least 20 pounds on me now. More than 20.
Golden carrots
I weighed 120 pounds from like the time I was 13 years old to like the age of 26 or 27, and now I'm like coming up on 160. It's the most weight I've ever had. Even in the army, I didn't have this much weight. And they make you eat a ton. You guys ever had MREs? Those things are filled with calories, designed to make it. They clog you up so you can't poop. Because they're meant to make it so you don't.
Oh god, here we go. We're talking about poop.
Oh my gosh, he brought it up, Winter.
I did.
We almost had a whole podcast.
Full circle, back to poop.
Good lord.
So they give you these things. They're packed with calories, so you can stay in the field longer, and they make it so you don't need. That way, if you need to go,
that's like the worst feeling.
If like the idea is, if you're out in the field and an enemy can come out at any time to attack you, last thing you want is, hold on, guys, I need squatting real quick. The food they give you makes sure that does not happen.
Yeah.
And when it finally does happen, it's not fun.
Yeah. It's not cheap either.
Poop.
Good lord.
Man,
man, look at that.
Went back full circle.
It came back to
my tangents are they're amazing.
Yep, now he's gonna be like, you guys are always talking about blank.
Always talking about
poop.
Well, I mean, he uses the curse word. I can't say that. So.
He's always saying the words.
He's saying the words to the song.
Okay. So we're gonna end the podcast off on one last topic.
What's the
and what is everyone been doing in the past week? Has anything changed? Like, have you done anything that's like unique? Like, I know Skunk has, for example. I don't know about you, Winter. I know I've done a couple things that kind of stand out. You did your baking.
Oh well, that's like.
Well, that's still interesting. Like, you know, how'd that go?
Like,
I mean, maybe you burned down the house while cooking. Maybe you like dumped, a bottle of icing on your little brother and threw him in the oven.
Didn't do that. I was yelling at him though. I was like, "Come on, you gotta start stepping up the game here. You gotta be like, this is my little brother. He doesn't know." But I was trying to tell him like, you don't want to do this. You don't want to. He's like trying to. I had him like cracking the eggs a little bit, and I was like, "Don't get the shells in there." You know what I mean? I was teaching him. I was like, "Yeah, this is how you bake."
So you were the one doing the cooking, like your mom wasn't there or anything, like holding your
that was
hand?
the point of why I was I did it all.
I was just making sure. No need to
I
be
did it all.
defensive.
Yeah, I can do some stuff, Jay. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, I want to see you make a cheesecake now.
I can do that.
How old are you, Skunk? You need your mom to help you cook?
No, I don't. I don't. Wintertooth 100. Okay. I don't. I'll make my own food. I'm a grown boy. Okay.
Kind of.
Grown
Crocky,
boy.
We got the wild skunk
grown
out here.
Boy. Listen. I cooked for all these when me and Wi-Fi and Jay met up. I cooked for them. I made breakfast. I provided. Okay. So
I'm still waiting for that full course meal of dinner, though. I'm waiting. I don't want breakfast. I want a dinner.
Give what you get. Give what you get, and you don't get upset. Okay. Thank you very much.
Man, so aggressive. What about you, Winter? You do anything special?
Oh yeah.
this past week?
Let's see. At least 98% of my entire life is happening in this very chair. Usually, but this week, I'm sure the Discord's probably sick of hearing it already, but I did get the old pooter, and it was, so my original computer, my tower, I went to a website called ibuypower.com. And what you do is you pick the case you want. Yeah. Awesome. And it gives you a list of all the motherboards that fit specifically in the case. Cool. So I picked the one I wanted. And so you build your computer. Yeah. Purchase it. Then they assemble it and then ship it to you. So I built my own computer. I got to pick every part to go with it that I wanted when I got my original tower. Well, I got the new parts. I got a new motherboard, RAM sticks. I got the new CPU. And I even got this thermal paste, which I have a whole bunch left of still that I don't even need anymore for the CPU cooling system. And I start putting things in there, and I realize I don't know where any of these plugs go from the PSU. And I'm sitting there with it comes with this little manual and kind of shows you where all the parts go. And I'm like looking at this book with my flashlight out on the floor, hunched over, looking at one little thing, like holes in it, and I'm looking down. There's nothing on here with 3 prongs. And it took me like 2 hours to realize the thing with 4 prongs, it goes on 3 of them. And I'm like, why is it like that? What the heck? So I spent an ungodly amount of time this week with my computer disassembled. My computer was in parts, and I was using my phone on this tripod to film it. So there might be a video on my channel later of me getting frustrated. My hair, I can't hear you guys now, but my hair started off. I just taken a shower, and I always pull it back to keep it out of my face. And as it's getting worse, I'm just It's horrible. By the way, my hair is getting super long because of this quarantine thing.
Mine is too. That's why I have a hat on. That's why I got this rough going on. I got pimples and crap. Oh, it's terrible.
This is the longest my hair's ever been.
I used to look pretty.
I feel like a hobo. I can say that, right? Look, am I green? Am I green now? I just flipped direction.
You are green. Wow.
Basically, kind of looks like it.
God, that's bad.
Wait, hold on.
Don't wear sunglasses. Look at this.
Am I green now?
You're getting there.
I don't wear glasses. I have all this.
What incarnation is that?
I have all this camera gear for. I used to make short videos with my friends and stuff, like trying to figure out how to use my cameras and things. So I have a bunch of extra stuff that's just essentially. Nope. Dude, those TikTok guys are so creative.
You should do TikTok.
You guys are you guys Gen X? Is that you guys or Gen Z? What is it? I don't even know.
What am
I?
I don't know the. I'm a millennial.
We're Gen Z.
You ruined everything. No, I'm kidding. Well,
yeah, Gen Z is 1997 to 2012.
That's true.
And you guys are Gen Zs?
Yeah.
A couple babies.
Is that what I am?
21. Skunk's 22.
22.
Yeah, but bunch of babies.
I'm old. I act like I'm 50 sometimes.
It gets so much worse. I used to feel old when I was 22, and I was like, and then you hit the age, and at least for me, growing up, Blink-182 was a big thing, which is making me feel older now. But they have this song where some of the lyrics are "Everyone hates you when you're 23," and that song was stuck in my head the entire year I was 23, where everyone hates you because it felt like that's the point in your life. All your friends now have lives, they have girlfriends, they have jobs. You don't see anyone anymore, and so it just feels like everyone hates you. Like, oh man, what's going on? You want to go hang out? And I'm like, oh, no, I almost dropped an F-bomb. Get out of here.
Jay.
What?
And then you hit 24, 25, and then you feel.
I'm not cursing on the podcast.
All right, ready? Everybody, are you with me on this? Well,
I mean, you can curse on the podcast, but I'm not cursing.
We all say a curse word together. That we can prove we're not PG.
Well, I mean,
We are PG.
You guys are arguably some of the most Well, Winter is arguably one of the most PG.
Well, yeah. But you guys should hear him off the podcast. Oh my gosh! Behind the scenes, oh my god, he cursing. He's like a sailor. Good Lord.
I was a part of an SMP for a while called Freshland, and the two founders were guys in the late 40s, and they had families and small children, and so a big thing like, oh, we want you to join us, but if you swear, you're out. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like, I can't control my language. I don't care. Like, it's fine with me.
Mm-hmm.
So I naturally got into this thing where I'm like, I just don't swear when I'm making videos anymore or streaming. I don't even know what it's like a switch in my head. I don't even actively do it anymore. It's just like, nope, I just don't. But as soon as the camera's off, as soon as away from the camera, I'm like a sailor.
Really?
That's how I am with my videos. Like, my videos are like, I don't have. There's no like reason for me. Like when I'm like relaxed with my wine, that's when I'm the worst.
Mm-hmm.
It's fancy wine, pinky out.
My wine, yes. And then I curse up a storm. That's how it is.
He said 10 sentences. He said 2 non-swear words.
Yep. It's true.
Wait.
Okay, Jay, what's your favorite part of your day?
That.
Oh wait, I was curious though. So Winter, do you curse around your kid? Like, I don't know how old your son is. So I mean,
yes, he's my son. His birthday's in July. He's coming up on 2. He's already in his terrible 2s, but he's not 2 yet.
That can't be that bad.
He did this thing the other night, being bad or grumpy or anything, but just not last night, but the night before. We were hanging out in bed, getting ready, because he sleeps in the crib right next to the bed, and we were just kind of chilling out, watching TV, and everything was fine. And the only way I could describe it is as if he was stung by a bee. This is amazing, to I am bawling and screaming, and there was no reason. He didn't get stung. That's just
right.
Like, he just flipped a switch, and it was like I've talked about this in a stream before. I don't like children. I've never liked children.
I don't either.
I did not want to have children. I still don't want to have children. That doesn't mean I don't love myself. But like, Mrs. Two's like, I want a second kid. I'm like, no, I don't like kids. Like, I'm waiting for him to reach like 5 years old, because they're a blast when they're like around that age. He's getting pretty fun now, to be fair, but it's when he starts screaming and I'm in this is like one of those like top 10, top 3 reasons why I don't like children. I do not like screaming or crying. Like, it's just super like annoying, and I have to fight the urge to just grab my pillow and go into the office and sleep on this couch right here.
just wait until he becomes a teenager.
Oh, I can't wait for a teenager. I'm gonna fight him.
There's gonna be a lot. Like, my brother right now, he's what, 12? He's not even
hormones
yet, and he's starting to like the mouth talking back
and emotional.
The emotions, all I want to do is
my kid will
be left alone.
He'll be a whenever he starts to act up, I always tell him, stop being such a bee about it. But I say it. I restrain myself here. Stop being such a little
bitch.
That's it. That's the one.
Stop being I'm not afraid.
Stop being a little itch.
There we go.
I gotta pee. We gotta hurry this podcast.
Whoa, come on now. Aren't you
I'm having too much
time?
fun.
I gotta go. I gotta get.
You're gonna have to turn this into a 2-parter. That's what's gonna happen.
All right, well, here's what's gonna happen. All right, I will leave to go pee.
No.
And then I'll come back.
I mean
we can
good.
talk about more.
We're good.
Because I really gotta go. Like, this water is all in me right now. It went right through me.
Hey, look, you have a bottle. You can go pee.
I ain't gonna pee right on the podcast. What the heck is wrong with you?
I mean, you can't just mute the mic.
It's like when you're out camping and you're behind a tree. You can see everyone. Would be like, oh, there you all are. But I'm paying.
That's different. It's like your nature. It's like your dog outside. It's different. But here, it's like personal.
You saying houses are unnatural?
Yeah, you got to go into the bathroom.
To be fair, they are unnatural.
Why are you dragging this out longer than it has to be? This is ridiculous. I gotta go.
Well, at least
I'm sorry. I like I said, I should have warned you. I'm the king of tangents. I have trouble.
No, it's fine. No, I'm kidding. But Jay, seriously.
Well, at least we have made Winter realize what he's missing out on. Now he can join us for future podcasts, hopefully, maybe, unless, he's like, nah, got better things to do.
But coming up with topics was challenging.
Oh, that's always, we never do.
I don't know what you guys have all talked about. If I add something about Hytale here, maybe they talked about that two podcasts ago and I didn't hear it.
That
was my big fear. It's like,
yeah.
I don't know what to.
Well, I mean, that one's kind of more relevant. Yeah, it's episode 20.
Woo! Episode 20.
You realize that just now?
We're almost 21. The podcast can almost drink.
Next podcast. Yeah, we got to drink.
There you go.
I'll join you. I'll bring a whiskey.
I got my wine. I'll bring a bottle.
I'll
have the bottle of wine here.
I'll day drink all day, and then I'll make a video.
That'd be perfect.
And then all you going to curse. Finally.
Well, next.
Well, we'll be allowed.
Okay. Well, we'll have to figure out next week's podcast then. But do you guys have anything else you guys want to mention before we officially wrap things up?
No, I gotta go.
Okay. Well, thank you, Winter, for coming on. It's been a blast.
Thank you.
It's been great getting to know you more and more. Seeing what your room is like. You going on your supposed tangents. Just learning more about you. But,
it's all dirty right now. Garbage. And like my snacks, my swords. I'm a nerd.
Look at all that.
He has some biscuits right over there waiting.
I'm hungry. And I gotta pee.
Just gonna start eating.
Well, is officially.
Thanks for watching, guys.
You're pulling a Q-bone. Well, friendly reminder, we're available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. We also have a Discord, links in the description down below, and links to all the members in the description down below. And also, don't forget, we have podcast suggestions, so you can suggest topics or questions. And don't forget to check out all the lovely people on the podcast today. And that is a wrap for episode 20.
Bye.
Bye.
I gotta go. Oh.
This boy.
I've been peeing.
Wait, what?
It's just a puddle down here. That's why I didn't show you down.